Ờ, Chào tất cả các bạn. Thì như cái đoạn video clip vừa giới thiệu, chị Đức là hiện nay ở nhịp cầu sinh ngữ. Chị Đức là giám đốc phát triển chương trình và phát triển các dự án mới. Nghe không em? Nó có bị vang không?
Không,
Rồi,
chị nghe rõ ạ.
rõ đúng không? Rồi, thì chị gia nhập nhịp cầu sinh ngữ từ tháng 3 năm 2021, tức là đến giờ này được khoảng 9 tháng. Thì nhịp cầu sinh ngữ được anh tiến sĩ Lê Văn Kiệt, mục sư Lê Phước Ân Điển, mà chị gọi là anh, xem như anh trai, sáng lập vào tháng 6 2020. Thì đến thời điểm chị gia nhập thì nhịp cầu sinh ngữ có 218 em nhỏ dân tộc miền núi, vùng sâu vùng xa. Lúc đó anh Kiệt và ban điều hành đang thực hiện, đang hướng dẫn, đang dạy tiếng Anh cho các em, khoảng 18 lớp ha, 218 em. Thì khi tháng 3 2021 chị vào thì chị đã giúp anh Kiệt phát triển cái chương trình mà mình gọi là chương trình tiếng Anh cho trẻ em nghèo, từ 218 em và 18 lớp lên đến hôm nay là 1.316 em. Hồi nãy bao nhiêu lớp chị quên mất rồi, 96 lớp ha. Rồi bên cạnh đó từ tháng 9, từ tháng 4 thì chị có phát triển một chương trình mới cho nhịp cầu sinh ngữ, đó là chương trình IELTS. Thì chương trình IELTS được chị phát triển từ ngày 1 tháng 4 2021, tức là đến bây giờ được khoảng 7 tháng phải không? Hôm nay tháng 11. Thì ở những thời điểm ban đầu thì chương trình IELTS giới hạn chỉ khoảng từ 10, giới hạn trong những cái bạn trẻ miền núi dân tộc ha, những bạn trẻ giám thị và những giáo viên của cái lớp ABC, tức là một số giáo viên mà cần phải được bổ sung cái khả năng tiếng Anh đó. Thì tại vì lúc đó chị cũng là người đi tuyển giáo viên cho các lớp học ABC luôn. Rồi thì sau khi mà cái đại dịch, khi mà cái Covid mở ra và chị là một người con của Sài Gòn ha, chị sinh ra và lớn lên ở Sài Gòn. Sống ở Úc thì cũng khoảng bao nhiêu năm ta, từ 2015 đến giờ là 16 năm, 17 năm, 2004 chứ, coi như là 16 năm đi, thì coi như là vẫn hơn nửa cuộc đời là chị sinh ra và lớn lên ở Sài Gòn, thành ra vẫn coi mình là người con của Sài Gòn. Thì chị muốn làm một cái gì đó cho Sài Gòn, nhưng mà lúc đó thì không làm được. Trước đó thì chị Đức với anh Kiệt, với lại các bạn trong nhịp cầu tình thương thì có làm những cái hoạt động để quyên góp cho Sài Gòn. Nếu như mà bạn nào mà theo dõi Facebook của chị hồi trước, hồi khoảng tháng 5 với tháng 6 á, không biết ở đây có bạn nào đã từng gắn bó như vậy không, thì sẽ thấy là trên Facebook của chị Đức thời đó là rau bán đủ thứ hết, bán rau, bán cá, bán nói chung là vừa bán vừa gây quỹ, và bán thì ít mà cho thì nhiều, coi như là nhập rau nhập cá về xong rồi bán gạo nữa, rồi bán không hết thì đến cuối ngày thì đem cho các bếp cộng đồng. Thì đó thì làm được khoảng 2 tháng cho đến khoảng tháng 7, thì lúc sau đó thì không thể làm được vì cái chỉ thị 16+, khiến shipper không có giúp mình để mà đưa cái thực phẩm đến cho bà con Sài Gòn. Thì lúc đó thì Đức mới nghĩ là hay là bây giờ mình không thể giúp được mọi người bằng thực phẩm nữa, thì bây giờ hay là mình giúp mọi người có một cái gì đó để mà mọi người có thể bận rộn, tức là mọi người bây giờ bị nhốt trong nhà rồi thì mọi người sẽ bận rộn và sẽ giống như tận dụng cái thời gian rảnh của mọi người một cách gọi là một cách hữu hiệu hơn để không thì từ đó là cái lớp học không đồng ra đời. Thì lớp học không đồng ra đời đầu tiên với cái lớp của cô Trâm Lưu cho IELTS Reading, và lớp của cô Nguyễn Thị Linh IELTS Listening, chắc là một số bạn ở đây cũng đã học. Thì hai cô đó đang dạy hai cái lớp IELTS mà như chị Đức nói là với trong cái quy mô nhỏ, lớp nhỏ đó, thì chị Đức nói với các cô là ok em ơi, chị muốn mở rộng cái đối tượng. Thì chỉ qua một đêm thôi, đúng nghĩa một đêm, cái lớp học từ 10 học viên của cô Trâm Lưu tăng lên bữa đó là 300 học viên. Và cái Zoom của mình là coi như cái Zoom của mình bị kín luôn, gọi là bị cháy cái Zoom luôn. Thì đến hôm nay thì như các bạn đã biết, chương trình cộng đồng của mình có 37 lớp người lớn, 27 lớp trẻ em. Thì là một người mà chuyên liên lạc với giáo viên, đi tuyển giáo viên, thì chị Đức cũng biết được một cái phần cái nội dung của các cái môn học. Thì hôm nay vì cô Trúc bận, thành ra mà chị cũng có đi kiếm giáo viên thay thế, cũng có liên lạc 4 giáo viên, nhưng mà rất tiếc là 4 giáo viên hôm nay đều cũng bận, thành ra là hôm nay chị Đức xung phong thay cô Trúc để lên trao đổi với các bạn về chủ đề IELTS Speaking. Giới thiệu một chút về bản thân nữa. Ngoài công việc nhịp cầu sinh ngữ là công việc thiện nguyện, thì chị Đức hiện đang là giảng viên của Đại học RMIT Melbourne. Chị dạy môn kiểm toán, tức là dạy môn chuyên ngành auditing. Chị là course leader của cái bộ môn kiểm toán. Về IELTS Speaking, tại sao hôm nay chị gọi là dũng cảm nhận, mặc dù bây giờ là cũng 12 giờ đêm ở giờ Úc. Tại vì hồi đó lúc mà thi chứng chỉ IELTS thì môn speaking chị được 8 điểm, mặc dù là không có thời gian luyện. Tức là bữa đó là bị bắt cóc bỏ dĩa là đi thi thì cũng nói thật là đi thi IELTS thực ra là chỉ gọi là cái kỹ năng là mình phải ôn luyện, đúng không? Và lúc đó chị đã không có khả năng ôn, không có thời gian để ôn luyện, thành ra là những cái môn mà reading nè, cái môn listening cũng cao lắm, listening cũng 8, reading với writing thì thấp, tại vì không có giống như không có đi luyện thành ra không có biết cái đề. Môn reading khó lắm các bạn. Đức đảm bảo là Đức đọc hết, hiểu hết, tại vì Đức viết luận án bằng tiếng Anh, Đức dạy bằng tiếng Anh, nhưng mà thực ra là Đức lại không có đọc xong, nhưng mà trả lời câu hỏi thì rất thành ra là, nhưng mà hai môn là môn listening và speaking thì Đức lại được điểm 8 mặc dù không luyện. Tại vì lý do là sao? Hai môn đó nó là cái skill trong người mình. Khi mà Đức sống ở một đất nước nói tiếng Anh vào khoảng 15 năm, đi dạy bằng tiếng Anh, ở nhà cũng phải nói chuyện với ông xã bằng tiếng Anh, thì cái khả năng tiếng Anh đó nó giống như nó vào máu của mình đang không biết là mình có nên nói tiếng Anh với các bạn hay mình nói tiếng Việt. Rồi thôi chắc lúc đầu tâm sự thì mình nói tiếng Việt để cho các bạn ở đây có vẻ. Giờ cho Đức hỏi là ở đây các bạn tự đánh giá trình độ IELTS của các bạn là bao nhiêu điểm? Tại vì lúc mà mở chương trình IELTS của nhịp cầu sinh ngữ thì Đức có mở cái cuộc thi gọi là thi thử IELTS, và Đức cũng nằm trong cái gọi là ban giám khảo chấm thi cho các bạn luôn, chấm cả thi nói. Thì Đức thấy đa phần của các bạn theo cái thang điểm tức là lúc mà Đức lớn vào cao thì các bạn đa phần lại rơi vào khoảng là 4,5 5 chấm chứ cũng rất là ít bạn có khả năng là 6 chấm hay 6,5 trở lên. Theo chuẩn của Úc thì bạn nào 6,5 là có khả năng vào học đại học của nước. Xin lỗi mấy bạn là hôm nay chị Đức ngậm kẹo nha, ho từ bữa 20 tháng 7 tới giờ, thành ngậm kẹo thì nó đỡ hơn, nói nhiều hơn. Rồi bây giờ các bạn bỏ vào khung chat đi, tự các bạn bỏ vô là xem tự trình độ của các bạn là bao nhiêu và các bạn kỳ vọng bao nhiêu nha. Cho 1 phút đi, đừng có ngại, cái này để Đức là biết được là các bạn ở đâu rồi mình có cái bài phù hợp nha. Rồi trong này có một bạn nói về chia sẻ về lần thi IELTS hả? Rồi bây giờ chia sẻ thì sẽ chia sẻ cái kinh nghiệm thi IELTS. Bây giờ các bạn muốn nghe chia sẻ bằng tiếng Anh hay là muốn em chia sẻ bằng tiếng Việt nè? Tiếng Anh hay tiếng Việt? Cho chọn đó. Nếu muốn nói tiếng Anh All right. If you want me to speak in English, type 1. If you want me to speak in Vietnamese, type 0. So English for 1 and Vietnamese for 0. All right. English for 1. Okay, excellent. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you today is some of special what we call special techniques, how to some special techniques that you should focus to get your best result for IELTS speaking. All right. We will spend about, let's see, we spend about half a time in today. Then I will break the class into a different section. All right. Have you ever seen this this slide before, or this information before in the class? Have you ever? Type 0 if you have never seen it, and type 1 if Miss Trúc or Ka or one of the nhịp cầu sinh ngữ teacher have introduced you about this one. One is you already seen it. All right. Okay. No. Right. Okay. Right. So maybe I just quickly introduce. All right. So the basic info. How many of you know all the basic info about IELTS speaking test? Raise your hand. All right. Look like not many. Right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, nhịp cầu sinh ngữ organized IELTS test. We did organize a few two times in the past. One in May and last time in July. So potentially, maybe, you know, by the end of the year or maybe next year, the beginning of the year, we can do it. My aunt, you raise your hand. What you would like to say? It's hard to learn. Can you speak Vietnamese? All right. Sao giờ muốn bạn how many want me to speak English and how many want me to speak in Vietnamese? Cho bạn cô dùng cả hai cũng được. Please in English. Rồi cho Hằng quyết định nè. Hằng, em là co-host. You are co-host of this class. Would you like me to speak 100% in English, or you want me to speak in Vietnamese?
English đi chị, em thấy nhiều bạn chọn nhiều hơn.
Okay, right. Maybe someone help me translate in Vietnamese. All right. Right. Like when it's easy, I speak in Vietnamese. When it's a bit hard, I will explain in English. All right. So right now, just a structure of the test. All right. Where is it? Why is it split into 2 pages? Okay. So in your IELTS test, we have 2 parts. We have 3 parts, right? The first part, introduction. When I was the examiner, students did this section very well, right? They can introduce about themselves, about their family, their studies, their work, their interests, their future plans, their past experience, right? Excellent. But the student struggle when they go to the section 2 or part 2 and part 3, right? Part 2 will be of 3 to 4 minutes. Student is asked to talk about a given topic for 1 to 2 minutes, right? They are given a task, 1 minute preparation time, right? And then after that, the examiner will ask the student or the candidate to discuss in 4 to 5 minutes on the questions that are related to the topic of part 2. All right. Now, so that is where we are doing for today, right? So in here for today, what we are doing is on the topic of sport, right? So when we discuss about the topic sport, from my experience, who got the A score for IELTS TS speaking, I have applied all the 4 criteria here. So number 1, vocabulary. I use a range of words, right? And I use it precisely, right? Correctly, right? Normally in the daily conversation, I only speak using either simple past or simple present tense, right? But in the test, I told myself, and I use intentionally, I use a different range of tenses, right? And I use it accurately. So, for example, when I say, I have been teaching since 2000, right? So that means I said that I have been teaching non-stop since 2000 until now, like 21 years, right? So because I've used a different tense, so I earned a score for grammar here, right? And as you can see, right, I speak slow because I want the examiner to listen to hear me clearly, right? So if English is your second language, don't try to prove that you can speak fast. No, speak slowly, but make sure that you speak fluently, all right? And you develop your ideas logically, ideas follow ideas, right? Now, pronunciation, maybe you don't like my pronunciation because, I have been living in Australia for many years, right? For more than 16 years. So my accent is more Australian accents. It is not the accents that you are familiar with in when you study English in Vietnam, because most of the time you will study the British or the American accents. Yeah. Lucky on that day, my examiner was the Australian one, right? So it's good for me. He understands me very clear. Right. So I think that is what I introduce you. I can send you this slide later on. Yeah, this slide developed by Khoa Trần, who is also one of our volunteer teacher at Nhật Cầu Sinh Ngữ. He got 8.5 for all the score, 8.5. So he excellent one, right? Now, before I go further, anyone ask me any questions, feel free to put in the chat. Yeah. I think what I do is I show you the topic for today, because I did promise Miss Trúc and Ka that I'm going to use their material, right? So here is the material for today. What we're going to do is we're going to discuss in this topic. All right, so I will explain, give you some vocabulary, how you can discuss, and then we will split the class into the different breakout room. Each room will have 2 persons. All right, and I'm giving you about 10 minutes in each room, all right, to practice yourself, and you will come back, and I will randomly pick a few groups, and then one will role play as the examiner, and another one will role play as the candidate, the student, right? And you can, speak in the class. All right, is it okay with everyone? Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, am I too fast or am I okay? Too slow? Can you hear me well and clear? Except for my cough. except for my cup. Yeah, all right, okay. I do apologize if you know. And sometimes I turn up the mic and cough, right? And I'm having my lolly in my mouth, right? Right. Now, here we are. Before I give you some vocabulary, can you tell me some vocabulary, some keywords for sport? All right, type in the chat, please. Because think about it, if you are in the test now, put yourself in the IELTS speaking test. The examiner giving you the card with the topic. Let's discuss about sports, right? So you got 1 minute to prepare, right? So write for me as quick as possible, as many words as possible on the vocabulary that you can think of for sports. All right, 1 minute. Let I see. Should I share the right? No, just I do the model. Right, 1 minute, please, in the chat. I'm counting. I will put the time on myself, yeah. Right. I only see Albert with keen on sport, football. But who else? What are the vocabulary? Thank you, Nguyệt Sương. Teamwork, energy. All right. Yes. Impressive, passion, talent. Yoga. Is yoga a sport? Oh, okay, not really, but I accept it. Martial, wrong spelling on, but it's okay. Workout. Team sport, running. Lose and win, yeah. Dangerous sport, yes. Badminton is the sport, sure. Olympic, yes. Swimming, yes. Volleyball, all. Individual sport, easy to get injury, yes. If you careless, sure. Fair play, what else? Right, now, with all the words that you have mentioned, referee, Lê Hoàng Phát is good. Just, I think that you know what you mean. It's just, you know, spelling error for typing, yeah. Keep fit, all right, okay, yes. All right, okay, stay healthy, all right. With all the vocabulary that you have given me, the score will be, probably you will earn the score about 5 score is the max score. Yeah, right. So you need to have, you know, a better range of vocabulary, right? Rather than those simple words, right? So now, for those who want to earn more than 6.5 score just for vocabulary, you are recommended to use these terminologies or these group of words, right? So first, right, so now try to write it down. I really want you to write it down or type it out because then you will remember, all right? So I speak slowly, you can write it down, right? So you will, in your section or in your answer, you need to use those vocabulary, all right? You can do the screenshot for now because this is the this is the part that I want you to use when you speak together in a group of 2, right? In the next 10 minutes, right? You will talk about the extreme sports, right? That's been the dangerous sport. Now, can someone give me example of what are dangerous sports? For sure, yoga is not. Is swimming dangerous sports? I don't think so. Yeah, swimming is boxing, yes. Football, soccer. I think soccer is not really dangerous, right? Yeah, I agree. Mountain climbing, yes. Parachute. Oh, yeah, sure, right? Okay, so boxing is one good example, right? So now let's talk about boxing. Right? So when you talk about, you say, okay, today my topic is I would like to discuss about sport, right? There are different types of sport, but I want to discuss about the dangerous sports such as boxing. So when you say so, you bring the examiner immediately to your attention that, okay, I'm only talking about dangerous sport, and I'm only talking about boxing. I'm not talking about skiing. I'm not talking about mountain climbing, right? So then you develop your idea. It's highly dangerous. It's life-threatening. It involves a high level of risk, right? So we already said that we're talking about boxing, yeah, right? But you know, there are different types of dangerous sport here. All right, we got skydiving, ice climbing, free diving, right? Mountain biking, right? Then you will discuss more that, you know, for those type of sport, dangerous sport, is it a team sport or is it an individual sport, right? And the advantage and disadvantage for each type of team sport and individual sport, right? Okay, now you can also discuss about how you can advance in the sport. So number one, you will take a regular exercise. So you practice frequently, right? You spend time, more time engaging in physical activities. So the yoga, swimming, I would say that gymnastics, I would say that they are not really sports, but they are physical activities that you can do daily, right? So the purpose for to spend more time engaging in physical activities to keep fit and stay healthy, right? And also when people talk about the advantage of sport, they say that it helps reduce the stress and depression, right? So we know that, you know, in today's world, there are a lot of things can cause stress to people, right? And there are a lot of things make people sad, right? And especially people say that now we eat too much, right? So if we eat too much, we need to burn calories and build muscle, right? We all love food, especially the Vietnamese food. There are a lot of, you know, rice and noodle. So it gives you a lot of calories, right? So you have to exercise to burn calories. Having said that, I'm very bad in sport, right? Right. So right. So that help you. So now 1 minute. Are you able to capture the screen print for this keywords? Right. And remember because you are going to use those keywords, right? To now, is there any keywords that you don't understand here? Any terminologies that you want me to translate in Vietnamese? Trong những cái từ này nè, các bạn có từ nào các bạn không biết không? Hàng dịch ra tiếng Việt. Lead dẫn đến bạn. Lead sedentary lifestyle là một cái nói thiệt tình là cái chữ sedentary Đức cũng không có dùng bình thường. Mình nghĩ nó là một cái healthy style nha. Tại mình không biết thì mình nhận không biết, đúng không? Mình thì Đức sẽ search cho các bạn. I search you sedentary. Right. Sedentary mean active. By much characters, no, by much shifting or little physical exercise. Right. Right. Sedentary is sitting. So I said I have a sedentary lifestyle. That means I'm sitting a lot because as you know, and you can see that I'm sitting in front of my desk in my laptop a lot. Yeah, the sedentary is a sitting and little physical exercise. Yeah. Thank you. What else? Yep, lối sống ít vận động. Yes, right. Right. Oh, right. Okay. So can we move on now? So the next one we look. So you will maintain. So sport help you to maintain a healthy weight, help me to have an opportunity to develop my independence, right? Playing sport help me make every possible efforts to achieve my goals, right? When I play a team sport like soccer, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for the sake of the team. All right, now, can someone tell me what is the terminology for the sake of the team? For the sake, this kind of, a very common terminologies, right? A casual words, right? For the sake, for the purpose, yeah, right? For the purpose, to benefit the team, right? Right. So by playing sport, especially by playing team sport, you learn a valuable life lessons, right? So the lessons that is worked, that is valuable for your life, right? You learn how to work effectively in a team environment, right? You have the chance to challenge yourself, right? To put yourself out of your comfort zone, right? And step out of your comfort zone. And then if you play a dangerous sport, sometimes you may suffer from serious injuries or even death, like boxing, right? Like skydiving, right? So therefore, do not attempt the dangerous sports by yourself, right? To play the dangerous sports, it requires a special training and it requires a specialized gear and equipment. Can someone tell me what is gear? What is gear? No, gear is not making money. Gear. What is gear? Gear is not equipment. They already have equipment. Gear is not machine. You know what is gear? Gear is actually the clothing. It's like, the uniform. Yeah. So on accessory, the clothing, they call gear, right? And then we got, clothes. Right. Protection clothes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. In the game. Yeah. In the computer game. Right. Okay. Now, have you got the chance to take the picture of these keywords yourself? Can I move on? Yeah. Sacrifice yourself for the sake of team. All right. Who want to translate this? This phrase for Albert. Sacrifice yourself for the sake of the team. I sacrifice myself for to let my team win. Can you understand it? Yep, correct. Yeah. So I do something that is not good for me, but my team potentially win. That is, I sacrifice myself for the purpose of my team. Yeah. Right. Okay. Now, so if you have done it, right. So the next one that I look. Oof. Right. Now you, if you are doing the phase 3, let I see. Right. Okay. So what we are doing now? So in part 2, first you provide your opinion. Second, you provide your reasons. Right. I would say 2 reasons is good enough. Don't go more than maximum need 3. Don't go more than that because you don't have enough time. Then you provide an example. An example to demonstrate, to develop for the 2 reasons that you have mentioned before, right? and then you explain the consequences. Consequences are the results, right? It can be a direct result. It can be a reversal result, right? So consequences are different reasons and different view, right? So when you discuss your part 2, you will have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Yes. Right now, there, if you want to earn score more than 6.5, that means from 7 and above, you need to use some of useful linking words or phrases, right? So for example, you should use those ordering information or sequences, right? So to begin with, move on to the next reason. Firstly, secondly, thirdly, subsequently, on top of that, later, after this, finally. So if you are able to use those words, immediately your score will move up, right? If you don't use, your score in maximum stay at 6 or 6.5, right? Right, and it's also you can use, some of the linking words to add information. Another thing that comes to mind, also beside, additionally, another good example of this, another reason for this, one more thing. Right. Remember there was a part 1 when you have to talk about your opinion, right? So then what you do is you when you want to say your opinion, you will use some of the word like unfortunately, however, actually, to be honest, definitely, essentially, frankly, basically, clearly, I'm afraid, if you ask me, sadly, thankfully, in fact, seriously, as a matter of fact, right? In all these words, any words that you don't understand, I'm happy to explain. Any of them. Reversal result, different result. There is unexpected result. Yeah. So you expect something, but they give you another things. Yes. Okay. Right. Anything else? All good? So far, so good. Right. Okay. So now when you are giving the example, you should use the comparing and contrasting phrases. Similarly, in the same way, equally, likewise, in a similar fashion. If I compare it to my country, that is how if you were able to compare it between countries, it's excellent. Your score will be probably, more than 7, right? Because you bring the examiners, right? So if you feel that he's American or he's English or wherever he's from, or even you can ask him, do you mind if I ask where are you from? What's your originality? Then you in your answer, you try to you compare between the Vietnam culture and his or her culture. For sure, you will help him to understand your conversation, your answer better, and you also, help you to score higher. Yeah. On one hand, on the other hand, in the opposite way, in contrast, whereas, right? So those keywords is about contrasting, telling something differently, right? Giving example, right? Giving example, a great example of this, right? For example, for instance, a personal example, right? Generalizing, broadly speaking, as a rule, on the whole, it is often said that in most cases, the vast majority of, and the result, right? You're talking as a result because of this, therefore, consequently, so then. Right now, right, so here an example that I think I give you up to here, and then we can practice, okay? So here we are. What are the benefits of playing sport? So if the examiner asks you, what are the benefits of playing sport? You think 1 minute for me, and then you answer. And your answer can be as follows. I believe engaging in sporting activities helps the players improve their physical and spiritual health. For example, dancing helps older people improve their physical health. So you see the structure of the answer. The first sentence, this is about what? What is the purpose of the first sentence? Can someone type in the chat for me? What is the first one? Opinion, excellent. Yep. Right. So after opinion, what do we have? We have example, right? And then you know why I know the example? Because you start with for example, right? So you immediately you introduce what you're talking, yeah? So you're talking about dancing as a sport. Is dancing a sport? Yes, right? And then how you prove it, right? By explaining, right? By in this sentence, what is the purpose of this sentence? So you remember we have 4 steps. Remember here. So we have reason, we have example, and then what's next? We have what? Consequence, yeah? So the consequence here, right? The consequence here is playing sport brings us a chance of. So how do I know that this is the consequence? Because the phrase brings us a chance of, right? This is the key word here, chance. That means they're telling me that you're talking about the consequence, right? Right. Okay. So in here we have identified opinion, reason, and example, right? Now next one. If the examiner give you the questions for part 2, okay? How can sports bring people from different countries closer together? Right. So what are the keywords here? The keywords here are different countries and then closer together, right? Right. So first one, what do you say? You say your opinion. Sport can play a role in bringing communities together in countless ways. Right now, you see the first one, they're talking about countries. So the question's talking about countries. If you use countries again, you lose the marks, right? So if you want to earn the marks, you have to use different vocabulary. And therefore, we use, instead of countries, we use community, yeah? Right. So sport can play a role in bringing communities together in countless ways, right? So that is your opinion. And then what's next after opinion? We have to provide examples. How many examples that I recommend before? 2, right? So the first example, we put sports break barriers and boundaries between cultures. You see, the question talk about countries, I don't mention countries. The first keyword I mentioned is community. Right. So let's highlight the word here. Right. So the first one I mentioned is communities, and the second, what I mentioned. What are you? Oof, this one doesn't look good. What color? All right. Maybe I don't. All right. So the second one, I don't use countries. I use cultures. Are they talking about the same thing? Yes, but are they using the different vocabulary? Sure. Right. So that is how I earn the marks, the extra. By using a range of vocabularies, you can earn extra mark, like half to 1 mark. Right. It's not so hard to earn higher score if you know the skill, right? Right. Now next, no matter who you are. So again, when I talk about different countries, I don't talk about country. I talk about color of the skin. So you see this one, it can score up to like 7.5 to even 8, because from countries you use what we call is a skin, right? A color of skin as the equivalent vocabulary for countries. That is really good, right? So what color of your skin is, that means doesn't matter where you're from, what country you are from, right? As long as we enjoy the same sport, we can understand fulfillments and hopes, or even disappointment. Right now, so we don't the questions asking about another keyword is closer together, right? How we explain a closer together is the relationship, right? So therefore so in here we put it here, right? So we talk about fulfillments, hopes, disappointment, right, as a replacement for a terminology closer together, right? Right. Second, the team sports encourage us to be willing to take responsibility and value diversity, right? As a result, when you hear as a result, what we are talking, what part we are talking, everyone, can you give me in the chat? When you see, right? So we see here 2 examples, right? First and second. First is about the skin, and second is about the team sports, right? The benefits of team sport, right? So what is the last part, everyone? Consequence. Yes, thank you, Lê Hồng. Thank you, Lê Hồng Phát. Yes, right. So the consequence is it can help establish more cohesive, tolerant, and inclusive community. Right. So we see here, right? If you say community, you earn a little bit extra mark, but no, the presenter or the speaker mentioned about a few terminologies, right? Cohesive, tolerant, and inclusive community, right? Right. I think it's enough for me to say. I can tell that it's 1 hour. It's not enough. Yeah. So maybe today we need to go more than 1 hour. All right. Normally, how many hours? Is it 1.5 or 2 hours? Miss Trúc spend time with you. All right. Normally, what time the class finish?
1 tiếng rưỡi chị Đức. Khoảng 1 tiếng rưỡi chị Đức.
Okay, so it's good. Yeah. Right. So we break the room now. Yes. Right now, you want to take a picture for these 2 examples. All right. I want you to practice in your group, in your own room, right? In about 5 minutes each. So you got 10 minutes for both of you, right? You develop for me your answer. Yeah. the one will give me the answer for what are the benefits of playing sport, and the second person will explain how can sports bring people from different countries closer together. Yeah, các bạn hiểu nội dung chưa? Oh, Miss Trúc already give you the. Okay. I think that one may be too hard. Yeah. Okay. Make it easier. Describe a sport that you have learned. You should say what sport it is, when you learn it, what you learn to do, and explain how you feel about this sport. Now I need a volunteer now. Who volunteer to explain to me in 3 to 4 minutes, right, of a sport. Right. Okay. Now who volunteers? Who volunteer? Raise your hands. Raise your hand. Anyone? No? You want to go in your own room and then develop this one and then come back, and then I will randomly call you? Yep. Okay. All right. I give you 1 minute. Okay. Yep. Okay. I want in the class 1 student volunteer. Okay. Sure. 1 minute. Everyone 1 minute to think about it. And raise your hand. Okay. Not yet. Yep. Right. So you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let I see. Let I see if part 2. Part 2 is normally you have to speak non-stop for 3 to 4 minutes. All right. Who volunteer? Can please call 1 student to volunteer to.
Yeah. Có Phong Kiều á, các bạn Phong Kiều quá chị Đức.
Yep. All right.
Mời bạn Phong Kiều mở mic ạ.
Oh, hello.
Right. So, let I do the timer.
No,
Give me a second.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared. Can you all hear me now? Fine.
Not yet. Not yet. I will type. You speak non-stop, and I will type. Okay. Ready? Go.
Yeah. I don't know much about sport, but if League of Legends counted as a sport, I think I can talk about it for hours. So League of Legends is a game when I play and when I was a kid. So I devoted my whole time. I skipped classes, hours of studying into play the game. So basically, people can say that I'm addicted to it. Yeah. So League of Legends is all about making choices and playing around some role that you've been given to. So for example, if I play some specific role, I have to spend my time and working and farming the whole stuff around to being good at it. So it's quite a competitive game now. So there's a rank ladder that I have to claim. So the highest rank I've ever claimed is like 50 or something, higher a little bit, but that was the highest rank I have ever been to. Yeah. So So as I said, I've been playing it when I was in secondary school. Yeah. So it's quite interesting at that time. But the more I go up, the more depressive it brings to me. Like, so for now, I am 22. I am 23, and I got my final thesis to go on so I can graduate at my university, but it has to postpone to the next year because of the COVID-19 complication. So yeah, so the 4 years of studying, I still make the same mistake. I went back to the track and I played 14 hours a day. I even skipped my breakfast and my lunch just to play the game. I hope I can be a professional gamer one day, but I think it's a big mistake in my life. I failed badly. So yeah. So I wasn't thinking that I could do something more than that, because 14 hours a day, I played for years and still couldn't be good enough to be a professional one. So yeah, so my 4 years of university is a big abomination. I failed more classes, and it took me 1 year of full class to be able to get all of it, get through all of it. So I don't know if League of Legends it brought me tears and brought me happiness, but yeah, a lot of things. But I don't know. It's a really complex feeling, but I don't really know whenever I can stop playing League or just being happy with my life. I'm sorry, I'm done with my speech.
Excellent. Did you type yourself? Or you just speak and then you stop? Kiều. Or Phong. Your name is Phong or Phong Kiều? Phong Kiều. You just stop. You didn't measure the time, yeah? You went for 3 minutes, 15 seconds. So is it exactly within the range, the required range of 3 minutes to 4 minutes? Right, now.
Thank you.
Right, your
accent I just explained what I've been thinking. Yeah.
Okay, your accent is good. Have you ever been taking the IELTS test?
But to be honest, I've never been taking any tests before.
All right.
Because I haven't graduated. Yeah.
Okay. I think all right. So your self-evaluation. How many parts of the questions have you answered? Did you provide? All right, now maybe I don't ask you, I ask the audience, okay? All right, thank you, Phil. I ask the audience if they are listening to you, if they are understand you. All right, now everyone, can you type in the chat for me if you know what sport that Phong Kiều has talked about? All right, now, what sport have, right, can you tell me, or maybe to save time, everyone, can you type in the chat if you understand, if you got information about what sport it is, when Phong has learned it, what he has learned about, what he learned to do, and how he felt about this sport. All right. Did you get information about what sport it is, everyone? Okay, it looks like some of your friends could not understand you 100%, all right? What if you only, your accent is good, right? So, right, so, no one answered me yet. What sport are we talking about, everyone? Now, If your audience doesn't know, Phong Kiều, can you explain to me what sport it is? Phong? Oh, I think have to let him open the mic. I think unmute is fine, huh? I think it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk now.
Yeah.
It's League of Legends, a computer game, online computer game. It's pretty popular and it's a top one popular in the world right now.
Is it computer game?
Yeah, extremely competitive.
Extremely competitive game.
Yeah, the most popular online game.
Okay, now it's online game.
It has it has over like 70 million accounts over the world. Yeah, right. Vietnam alone is like 15 million.
Okay, now, so here is the mistake of more. Here is the mistake. You speak very well. You speak use a lot of vocabulary. You speak well. Your accent is good. But did you answer the questions? Yeah. They're talking about what sport it is. It's online computer game, a sport.
Yeah, it's an e-sport. Yeah, they managed to bring it to Olympic.
Okay.
Because it's extremely popular right now.
All right. So even an online computer game is a sport.
Yeah, it's a sport.
Okay. Now, if so, because don't expect all the examiner know what you are talking about. So the examiner like me, I don't know. I will fail you. Right. So if you want to say it, you have to make it clear and upfront. Right. Whatever game that you have mentioned, XEZ, I'm going to talk about XEZ, which is online computer game, but is, considering to be competed in the Olympic. Therefore, it is a sport. All right.
Oh, yeah,
so, without that one, because, the power is in my hand. Right. If I understand you, I pass you. But if I don't understand you, and I think that, oh, he's talking about computer game, it's not a sport, I fail him. I didn't give him mark. What will you do? If you wait to appeal, it's too late. So, you have to be very upfront and answer this question straight away. I'm going to talk about a sport, which is real, but, all right, you may not, right? You tell the examiner straight away, hey, right, I'm going to talk about, right, you may aware or may not aware, actually this computer game is a sport and is considered, all right, and is competing in your Olympic, all right. Now, did you mention when you learn it?
When I was a kid.
Well, when you was a kid, right? All right, okay. So if you just mentioned when you were a kid, you don't earn a lot of marks. You have to be very specific, a year, all right, a period, right? Okay, right? So when I was, all right, during 20s to 2010, right? When I was, right, 10 to, right, 12 years old, for example, right? Right. So, during the year 2020, when I was like, 21 years old. Right. So you have to be specific, right? Because this is where you can explain what you learn to do. Did you answer it? Yeah. What you learn to do. What have you learned to do? Did you answer it?
Yeah, I think I didn't.
Yeah, all right. All right. So you told me that you spent, I remember, I hear very clear that you spent 14 hours to complete to want to be a professional player, right? But you haven't told me what you learned, right? And I'm sure that you explain how you feel about the sport. Yeah, right. Okay. Now, excellent. Thank you. So I hope that my analysis help you to improve, improve your answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Right. My pleasure. Now, Hằng ơi, bây giờ mình chia lớp ra ha, để cho các bạn 10 phút nhé. Các bạn ơi, giờ chị Đức nói tiếng Việt nè. Bây giờ trong 10 phút này các bạn sẽ mắc cặp, mỗi bạn sẽ là một cái người nghe và một cái người giám khảo cho người bạn của mình. Và khi các bạn mark dùng chị Đức, các bạn phải mark câu trả lời là what sport it is, giống như các bạn làm giám khảo vậy đó. Thì người bạn của mình trả lời, các bạn nốt lại là người bạn có nói về cái môn thể thao là gì không, người bạn của mình đã học môn thể thao đó lúc nào và đã học được điều gì từ môn thể thao đó, và học, và cái cuối cùng là cái cảm xúc, cái cảm xúc của người bạn, về cảm nghĩ của người bạn về môn thể thao đó như thế nào đó. Và các bạn cho điểm 1, 2, 3, 4, dịch cứ cho là mỗi thứ là 1 điểm đi cho nó dễ nha. So then you go back to the room and then I will pick up volunteer few of you and you will explain, và các bạn sẽ cho điểm, phân tích điểm là người bạn của mình đã nói cái gì. Yeah. Rồi để cho từng điểm nha. Rồi các bạn clear chưa? Em ơi, chắc mình cho unmute hết cho em. Các bạn ơi, các bạn clear chưa? Rồi bây giờ mình sẽ bỏ cái này vào khung chat nè. Rồi Hằng ơi, chắc là mình stop share nè. Rồi bây giờ các bạn ready chưa nè? Chưa được chia gì em? Chia phòng á hả? Bây giờ mới chia.
Chưa có chia bạn ơi.
Mình bây giờ các bạn rõ cái câu hỏi chưa? Bây giờ lát hồi cái câu hỏi mình sẽ bỏ vào cái on room ha. Nhưng mà bây giờ nè, rồi cho các bạn, rồi câu hỏi có 4 câu thôi. Môn sport là gì? No, em mark points á, là em mark là câu giống như tick á, là bạn có nói về vấn đề đó không? Giống như hồi nãy á, chị Đức trả lời hỏi bạn Phong Kiều á, là did you answer it? Right. Thì nếu như mà em tìm ra được thông tin, em thực ra thông tin thì em cho bạn 1 điểm, em tick bạn một cái. What sport did he mention? Did he or she mention what sport it is? Did he and she mention when? Did she and mention what? And did she and he mention how? Như vậy mình có 4 chữ đây nè. What, when, what, how ha. Thì nếu như mà bạn đó mà trả lời đủ thì mình cho 4 điểm. Và bạn giải thích, và người nghe phải giải thích. Thì ra cái activities này giúp các bạn 2 thứ luôn. Vừa là listening and speaking. Right? Một người thì làm speaking và một người còn lại sẽ là học listening nhé. Rồi, clear chưa các bạn? All good? Clear chưa nè? Tại vì no point. Yes, okay, right. Right, Hằng ơi, mình split the room into 20 room.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Chị đang host hả chị?
Ồ, chị đang host hả? Xin lỗi em.
Yeah.
Vậy chị làm gì với nó? Chị đưa lạiให้em hả? Hơi hướng dẫn gì đi, chị làm cho. Rồi, create 20. Rồi, bây giờ mình assign automatically hay manually em, hay là let participant choose the room? Chị nghĩ là chị sẽ làm automatically nha, cho nó nhanh nha.
Yeah.
Rồi, 42. Ủa tự nhiên có 2 bạn rớt ra vậy? Nghe đến practice cái sợi bỏ chạy rồi. Rồi, open on room nhá. Rồi. Rồi, broadcast message. Ủa sao cái message không có broadcast được ta?
Chị Đức ơi, có nhiều phòng, có một bạn à, chắc phải chuyển hả?
Giờ chị đưa host lại cho em hả? Em có làm được không?
Dạ được chị.
Có nhiều bạn không join vậy ta? Các bạn không join, các bạn ngồi phòng này các bạn phải nói á. Mà nói là có livestream á. Tốt nhất là vô phòng nhỏ đi. Ariel, you here?
Hello, Miss. Because in my room, just only me.
You stay in the room. We assign people in your room, okay? Rồi. Nên đợi chút đi.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sao vậy Ngọc?
Bạn nào mà ở một phòng, em chuyển qua phòng qua 3 cũng được như chị Đức.
Dạ. Không, ngoài còn nhiều. Quy vào phòng đi em.
Quy với chị vào phòng nha Quy.
Thôi em ở đây em luyện đi. Chị ngồi đây chị nghe chứ.
Thôi.
Em hỏi mọi người
Nói
vui
riêng với
xong
Quy thôi.
mọi người bỏ em đi hết trơn à.
Đấy, thời Quy với Hằng người ngồi đây luôn. Nói đi.
Ngồi đây không dám nói đâu.
Còn đây livestream ngại lắm.
Okay. All right, go to the room.
Dạ.
So Quy and Hằng go to room 3 Hằng.
Dạ. Ồ, nhưng mà cái lab của em không nghe được.
Vẫn nghe mà.
Em nhìn một máy, em nghe một máy.
Như vậy hả? Kệ đi, vô đi. Alright, you want to speak here? I can be the listener for you. Don't be shy. Okay.
Không, em phải đi vô với, em phải tìm cách vô với Quy thôi.
Alright, Naomi and Thanh Luân. If you stay here, you have to talk under the live stream, or you go to the room when you want. Naomi and Thanh Luân. All right, here we are doing the practicing. Everyone is joining the rooms that we are currently opening 20 rooms, right? Each day we role play. One is the examiner, another one is the candidate, the student, right, who will explain on the topic, what sport it is, what they have learned it from, when they learn it from, how do they feel it. All right, okay, everyone, we have 10 minutes, so let's see. Naomi, Thanh Luân, if you are staying here, you have to speak here in this room. Right. Here we are. Naomi, your name is you name yourself. You have your English name, so you should be able to do these activities, no problem, right? Or you have to go to the room and practice. So two of you have a choice. Either you speak here under the live stream, all right, or you go to the room and practice quietly, peacefully. Or if I feel that you are not participating in the class, what's the point to waste your time here? Naomi, are you here? You should be able to unmute yourself, Naomi and Thanh Luân. Thanh Luân. Robert, why are you here? You should be in the room with Trần Công Khôi. Ủa, sao ra hết trơn vậy em?
Không, em ra em vô lại chị.
Okay, Robert. Move to room 15. Oh, there is no room 15 now. Trần Công Khôi was there. Okay, cho bạn vô room 16. And Khôi, okay, yeah. Sao Hằng ra nữa rồi? Naomi, where are you? Everyone have 10 minutes. How many minutes now? Give them a few more minutes then.
Cô ạ.
Oh, why are you here? Okay, you can speak with me. I need someone. Khôi, you want to turn on your camera and explain to me? Talk to me about your sport. Two more minutes. Oh, okay. Everyone's coming out. So I should close the room now.
Chị Đức ơi, hết giờ rồi chị Đức ơi. Mọi người quay
Ok.
lại phòng hết rồi chị.
Rồi, bây giờ chị cho em quyền randomly chọn người á. Em
Mấy
vô
bạn giơ
phòng.
tay trước đi chị ha.
Ok, yeah.
À, có bạn Mai Anh volunteer này. Ồ, có nhiều bạn là volunteer quá.
Ooh, good. All right. So, volunteer. You volunteer as the giống như là examiner nha, đi chấm điểm nha. Alright. Hay là em volunteer để nói. Cũng là cái nào cũng được hết. Ok, nếu mà em volunteer để nói thì chị ấy. Rồi cho
Mời bạn Mai Anh ạ.
Vâng ạ. Em speaker. Okay, I'd like to tell you about my current obsession which is cycling. I had taken up riding a bike by the age of 7 just for commuting or hanging around. But COVID-19 makes me more conscious of my health. That's why I've adapted it into my healthy entertainment. I had my uncle teach and lend me his bike. Now I'm getting into the habit of cycling 10 kilometers from my house to my grandparents' house on a weekend basis with my mom. It's actually a great treatment for me. Not only help me to relax and get a second wind, but also escape me from the hustle and bustle of social world. Thank you.
So I think I got what? All right, is it cycling?
Yes.
I got when you learn it during the lockdown COVID. So I know that it should be, this year or last year. What you learn to do, I got it. Yeah. So you learn to do cycling. And I also got what you explain how you feel about the sport, because you feel better, you feel that it's so giving you a better lifestyle. So okay, excellent, well done. Right, now who's next? Hồi nãy có bạn nào á?
Để có anh Albert hết.
Albert hả? Okay, Albert. Nhưng mà Albert, put your hand down. You scare me. Hey, you scare me? Okay, now I want to invite Đặng Minh Hoàng. I think you are a young person, right? Correct, Hoàng? How old are you, Hoàng? Đặng Minh Hoàng.
I'm 30.
Okay, see, I can tell even your camera is off.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure. You didn't turn on your camera, but I know you. You know why I know you? You will be surprised. There were 15,000 of students in our program, but I know quite a lot of students.
I can guess what. How can you know it?
How?
I remember the first time I feel.
Okay, don't worry, it's a secret. Okay, but I let everyone know, right? As a program manager, all right, I know I have to manage the class. I know if you study or not, right? Yeah. Okay, now would you want to be the examiner to explain about what your conversation with your friend in the room, or would you want to be a speaker? Do you have conversation?
I guess I let my partner choose it.
Oh no, okay, I choose it. I want you to explain, to provide marking, analyze the answer of your partner. All right. Can you turn on your camera?
I am the examiner.
You're examiner. Can you turn on your camera?
I guess okay.
Thank you. Wow. See, handsome young person. Nice. Right, here we are.
Okay, so I said my partners Like I said, my partners, what did my partners tell and
you have to give your partner 4 points, 4 marks, right? What sport it is, when, what to do, and then how he or she feel.
Oh, my partners the sports that my partner have learned is yoga. She said the yoga.
Yep.
And I don't remember the question. Please wait.
Opening the chat. Put in the chat.
She said she learned it when there is I remember there is a lockdown period.
And what they have learned, what he or she have learned.
She learned she learns yoga, but she just learned the beginner skill. She said that she learned to she feels that she is very difficult, that she this sport demands I remember it's a flexible flexible body, and
okay. Okay, thank you. I think so. What marks have you given him or your partner? 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think it's 3.
Okay, I agree with you, because the third question, what he or she have learned, look like the partner have not explained clearly. The beginner is he or she should explain clearly what is the beginner level, like what kind of things that you have learned, right? Learn how to breathe, learn how to meditate, learn how to stretch your arms, your legs. All right, right? Okay, now Nhật Thảo, your turn, please.
Hello, teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I have your camera, please? I don't want to see myself in the screen all the time.
I'm sorry, this is not.
It's impossible. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. If I have to pick one, I think the sport make me feel excited and useful is swimming. I learned swimming 3 years ago, and I come to sophomore. Yeah, this is second year student, and when I swimming is a selective subject in my university. When I join the swimming class, I can learn some kinds of posture. This made me can swim, and I learn how to breathe when I swim. Yeah. And yeah, I want to have a strong, healthy, and a slim body, and this is my dream in that time. And to sum up, I think swimming is a useful and exciting sport, and it can put myself out of my room. And yeah, when I turn to swimming groups or swimming club, I can have many good relationship with many friends. That's all. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Now, if I be able to ask the audience in the room, can you type the mark? You know, the mark is basically just say that, you know, whether Nhật Thảo have given answer for the questions. So number, give 1 mark for each question, right? So how many questions have Nhật Thảo answer? And everyone giving, I hope Nhật Thảo you don't mind, yeah? Everyone give you the mark. Because the mark just said that they are able to hear. It's about them, not about you, right? They are able to hear and understand whether you have answered the questions, right? Đặng Minh Hoàng, please do not put ha ha ha, yeah? It may be offended, you know? Right, you are about, you know, same age with my son, so that's what, yeah? Right, so when you study with adult, please be respectful a little bit, yeah? All right, thank you. Right, okay, so on get phone 4, okay, yeah. Who else? Right, okay, yep. All right, I agree. Nhật Thảo, well done. Right, I think I got you as, you know, the sport you study is swimming. When you were in second years, what you have learned is a selected subject. You learn how to breathe, right? And your feeling is you think that it is useful. It helps you to go out of the zone, right? So thank you, Thảo. Right, the next student is Thanh.
Hello, Miss.
Yes.
My English is not good, but I want to try once. Okay. Now, can you see me? Okay.
Excellent.
My voice is not good, and my English also not good. But I will try my best to finish my speaking.
Okay.
Okay.
Timing. Give me a second.
Okay. Now.
Right.
Today
ready,
today I would like to tell you about a sport that I am really like. It is football. I think as I know, football is a sport originally comes from China, and it spreads to many countries and become the most popular all over the world. And I took up this sport when I was a little boy. I don't remember, but I think when I was 7 or 8 years old. After watching a football match with my father on TV, and I become interested in it since then. Football is a team sport, and the number of members of each team can be 11. I think to play football is just a piece of cake. It is simple and easy to play, but to master in playing football is difficult. For example, with me, I think playing football is easy. However, I find difficult. I find difficult to try to play football with my friends, and I'm not good. I'm not good when playing football. Okay. I think to play football, the player need don't need much equipment like all the sports you are. Okay. You need a pair of shoes, and you can play football. I love this sport. I love this sport because I think it's a very energetic and so manly. Okay. In addition, playing football leads me a healthy lifestyle, balanced diet. I have a healthy lifestyle, keep fit and stay healthy. And I think in the future I will try my best to practice playing football, to play with my friends. Okay, that's all. Now, thank you for listening, and I hope you can share me some some comment as well as a feedback. Okay, I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Thank you, Thanh. You get so you stop at around 2:45. Right now, the second part, when you said that, you know, you hope that some comment is more about during the class, all right? But during your real test, don't mention it, all right? Thanh, yeah, okay. You got me? So during the real test, don't say, you know, you want to hear the feedback because the examiner won't give you any feedback at all, yeah? Okay, right now.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah. Yep, sure. Now I want to everyone give the mark, you know, analyze. Right. So Duy, thank you. So football, he did answer about when, and then learn to play well, to play, not to pay. Yeah, but shown for free is easy to play. Yeah, it's mainly it's easy. It's a piece of cake. I like the way that you use the term, you know, the phrase piece of cake. Yeah. Energetics, yes. All right. Okay. Yep. Right. All right. So right now, the last three person I'm giving to my Charlie Angels, right? Because normally they work with me all the time. I speak Vietnamese with them, and then today is the only chance that I will be their teacher, so I have to take opportunities. Right, Hồng Gấm, your turn. You want to turn on your camera, Gấm?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So you want to be the speaker or the examiner?
Yeah, I think I want to be a speaker.
The speaker?
Yeah, because my partner in the room is Phong Kiều, and you know he's
okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. So, okay. Give me a second. I put the timer. So try to speak about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. Begin.
Yeah. I have learned a few sports in the past, especially in university, but now I forgot how to play them. But 2 years ago, I have a big shock in my life, and you know, was very sad. I spent all day by day, in sadness. So my husband said that you had to find something to do to pass it. So I was a lazy person. So I think running is easy. So I choose to run every day. But you know, running is not easy as it seemed to be. So the first day, I just put on my shoes and just run. After running for 500, maybe 500 meters, I breathe like a dog. Yeah, because you know, I just run and I didn't have any technicals, so I feel too tired after maybe just 10 minutes running. Luckily, at that day in my neighborhood, there was many people running. So they show me and they help me. They taught me how to run. They say that you have to warm up before you run. So after that, I try to warm up maybe 15 minutes before running, and on that day I ran for just 30 minutes, and I have a break. I have a break 8-10 minutes. So I run maybe 1.5 kilometers. And they still help me to run longer. They say that you have keep your back straight, something like that. And little by little, I run longer, and longer. After 3 months, I had run for 6 kilometers. I think it's I think I have to try a lot to get that achievement. I think it's my achievement, because I'm not good. My health is not good, and I easily to giving up everything I do. But I have a big stroke, and every time I run, I think I have to. Every time I try to run.
Gum, unmute, Gum, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Because someone noisy, so I just mute everyone. Yeah. All right, Gum, unmute yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
You overtime,
But I will try one more.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Yeah. Now I don't run as I used to do in the past, but it helped me much because I don't think about the sad story in the past, and I think I can do anything I want if I focus and I keep going. Yeah. And I have learned a lot from my neighbors. They helped me they taught me to how to run right. Yeah, that end.
Excellent. Thank you. Well done. I think. All right. Now, everyone, can you type in the chat what you have learned from Gum answer? All right. From Gum presentation, put that way. Yeah. So are you able to get all the idea, or all the 4 points that she answer you, or she presented to you? I like the comments of Duy Nguyễn Thanh is excellent, right? Yeah. Right. Yep. Okay. Yep. 4. So I'm giving less than 4 because she overtime. She went overtime. Right. So but this one can be improved. I think you were a little bit emotional. Put your emotion in your talk is excellent, Gum. But try to control in the real test. Okay. In the real test, try to control your emotion, because otherwise if you overtime, you get penalty mark. All right, so you know, think about it, put a little bit emotion, then make your story, make your talk is more touchy, is more, you know, interesting and engaging. No, Hoàng, if you are in the real test, yep, I agree, but you know, I'm talking as a teacher, I'm giving you the skill, right? How to get your marks, okay? So just your, I agree, is the practice, right? You just need to, yeah. Now, Young, okay, who else? Then you, I was, as I mentioned before, I want to give opportunities to my angel. Any other angels want to present and give comment? Gum, are you happy with my comments? Yeah, I hope I don't upset you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and thank you everybody, because you give me a opportunity to speak out. You know, to try to speak.
All right, well done. You stay out of the comfort zone. Right now, just only Kim Quy here. Yeah, Duyên left. Kim Quy, you want to take the spotlight or no? Kim Quy, you want it or no? Or you want to give to Nhân?
Yeah. Em nghĩ là nhường một slot này cho Nhân ạ. Em thấy
Okay,
Nhân
right.
rất là nhiệt tình ạ.
Okay, Nhân, your turn.
Oh, hello. I'm Young, and
can I have your camera, please?
Sorry, I'm have not a camera.
Okay, you don't have camera. Okay.
I just have micro. So hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about the sport I like. The sport I like is badminton. So badminton is the most popular sport in the world, especially Asia. Many people play this sport. So I started playing badminton when I was at 10th grade. Just because my mother warned me quit not play game and encouraged me to participate in the club at my hometown. So at first I play badminton alone, and I had watched guy play badminton at YouTube. So after I take some friend to this sport and play together with me. So when I play in badminton, I'm forest many things like the grit and the confidence, and in the activity in badminton, like smart and slice, you must have calm down to calm down to do in badminton. So I think people should play the sport because it's help me feel less stress and make her study better. So it's all. Thank you everyone to listen to me.
Now everyone, can you all right, thank you, Duy. All right. Yes, right. I agree. So what? Okay. Right. So good job, excellent, Nhân. but I think you little bit short. I forgot to tie you, but when I tie you, it is flat. Yeah, but I feel that it is less than 4 minutes for sure, right? So try to expand your answer, especially about what you have learned. I think that is where you can expand your answer, right? You have answered what sport, that is badminton. When you were in year 12, year 10, right? What you have learned, you learn alone first, and then you learn through YouTube, right? And how you feel, right? You feel calm, you feel confidence, right? Right. So that's all good. Okay. Anyone else? One last one. I think we have to, finish our class. One last one. Kim Quy, I still want one more of my Charlie Angel, who is only 2 of you here. Duyên has left. Thank you, Nhấn. Excellent. All right, just extend your answer more in the what, all right, and how you feel, right? Yeah. Anyone else? We got 26, 25 in the room. Anyone else? No? No? That's it? Hello? No one else volunteer? If no one else, then I would call it as the end of our section. It's actually 2 hours. I'm 1 hour of overtime. For 30 minutes overtime because I'm giving you more time to practice, yeah? All right. Thank you. I hope that you enjoy your lesson. Being honest, I don't think that I am a teacher. I'm an English teacher. I just call myself as, filling the blank. Right. But I allow myself to be live stream because I just want to set an example for for all the volunteers or all the member or supporter of Nhịp Cầu Sinh Ngữ who may watch this live stream. I want to tell them that even you are not an English teacher, it's actually not so much. It's not so hard to be a teacher or to be a volunteer teacher in Nhịp Cầu Sinh Ngữ. If you know how to speak English, you would be able to share your knowledge with the student, and I'm sure the student will appreciate, right? No hesitate, right? We are in a safe environment, and we actually at Nhịp Cầu Sinh Ngữ, we need a lot of teacher, right? So if you feel that you have a few hours to spare during the week, please contact myself. You should know me. I am the person who posts on Facebook Nhịp Cầu Sinh Ngữ every day. I'm the the admin of all the yellow group, right? So and we have a lot of class for what we call the ABC class, at the very basic level for the disadvantaged and the minority student. So we need a lot of teacher. We don't need professional teacher. As long as you have a good heart and you can speak English, you would be able to teach those young teacher, minority, disadvantaged teacher, right? And I set myself as an example. You can laugh in my class, right? But that's okay. We are having fun, and I am having fun, and I think the student having fun. All right. That's it for now. Thank you, everyone. Right, and all the best. I hope that Miss Trúc will be coming back. I don't know if I will be coming back. I don't think so, right? Right. Yeah. Thank you. Bye for now. See you next time. I hope that I see you next time as a speaker of Nhịp Cầu Sinh Ngữ, not as a teacher. Right. I start the recording.